Good morning. It is 6:48 a.m. on Thursday, September 8th, 2016. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Moving a little slow this morning. I need to pick it up a little bit. But that's okay. So, how are you guys doing? I tried to go to bed early last night. Mostly succeeded. I didn't end up actually going to sleep as early as I had planned, but by starting in that direction sooner, I ended up in bed sooner than I would have, which was the goal. I need to stick with that for a couple of days and make it to the weekend. I need I need to not be so sleep deprived is the key. You know, and it's this is doable. This isn't this is not some new crisis to manage. It's just part of the ongoing balance of doing what's good for you versus what might be fun in the moment. As she drinks Diet Coke in the morning. Well, that's fine though. It's fine. I'm not worried about that. So news. I don't know. It's not news, but Luna is in the cone. She is not the cone of shame. It is a cone of healing. Just specifically because following the drive out to Maryland, following that trip, I noticed Luna seemed like she was itchy, like maybe at one of those rest areas along the highway or something like that. Maybe she picked up a couple of fleas or something. So I thought that might be it, and I got her some new flea and tick medicine. She was kind of due for her new dose anyway, so I went and picked some up, got that on her. And then that was just yesterday, and then I noticed last night in bed she was just extra itchy, and she was really kind of chewing on herself in a non-productive way. So time for the cone. Hopefully, this will just be a, temporary thing. And, once we had problems with fleas once before when we lived in North Carolina. And what we found at that time was that it only took a few little flea bites for her to have kind of an allergic reaction to the bites. Oh man, I dumped a load of laundry in the washer right before starting this and kind of forgot that it's sort of loud. Oh well. Um, yeah, so she has an allergic reaction to the flea bites, which causes her to kind of get inflamed and itchier even than just the bites. So, like, even if the flea and tick medicine gets the fleas off of her, she was already feeling itchy from the bites. And so, if she continues to chew on herself, she can give herself you know, little irritated, infected spots. And so, that's what we need to let those calm down. So hopefully not too big a deal. I haven't seen any direct evidence of fleas other than just she's got little itchy spots of some kind. So, you know, that's part of the reason for the laundry as well, just to, take the proactive steps of, okay, let's put fresh sheets on the bed, make sure there's any piles of laundry that she may have lay in and allowed flea larvae to get into or something. Like I said, no direct evidence. It may just be that she got a couple of bites from something while wandering around one of those rest areas and that she doesn't actually have any fleas on her right now. We'll see. In any case, got a poor little itchy girl. Gotta put the cone on her, which is going to be frustrating to her. But, what else can you do? It's just a perfect example of one of those things that you have to do for animals that they don't understand. She doesn't understand that the reason for the cone is so that she can get better and feel better. She probably just realizes she can't get at the part of her that's itchy now, and that's frustrating, I'm sure. Yeah, that's grown-up stuff. In any case, getting back into the grind of it. One last thing that I'll cover before I get finished today is that um, my whole plan with Phyllis Dunn, oops, I'm hitting buttons. My whole plan with Phyllis Dunn was to continue doing an hour of creative work per day. And I let myself slack a little bit because I was getting ready for the trip and, various other little things. But now getting back into it. So I'm going to have the last little bit of each one of these videos every day be create accountability, which is just me saying what I spent that time working on. So yesterday, most of the time I spent a good chunk of it putting together a writing CV, curriculum vitae, which just basically covers all of my various, you know, publications and writing projects and everything to say what I've done. And I'm putting that together because I found a submission thing where they're interested in hearing proposals from writers, and so I'm gonna look into that. And I needed a CV in order to do that, so I made one. And then what I also did was to put together kind of an outline where I kind of charted out the major story arcs of Phyllis Esposito and tried to figure out, like, okay, well, if I was going to collect it but have it split into chunks, like if I wanted it to be in 3 chunks, where would I want to divide it? And how many words would that be in each piece? And that sort of thing. So, that's what I did yesterday for my create accountability. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.